Hi. All right, so happy Monday. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a nice Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that fun times. Um, so yeah, since my last educational video went so well, you all remember the circuits. We're going to learn about some music today because, I'm just trying to make you all hate me. So today we're going to learn about music of the 1930s. Except it's not the music that you would think was of the 1930s. So today in Music Theory 3, I learned about what the lovely Dr. Ovens refers to as the American experimental tradition. So I have some pieces of music that at your own leisure you can look up. So John Cage is a big 20th century composer. He's not alive anymore, but he's fairly recently dead. So he was the one to invent the concept of a prepared piano. A prepared piano means we stick things inside the piano to make it make weird noises. So for example, if you were to go to the box right above me, right up there, and search for John Cage prepared piano, this was in like 1937, he wrote a piece. It actually sounds really cool. It reminds me of like Miss Lois, kind of like modern music. He actually wrote it for a college dance performance because they wanted a percussion ensemble and they did not have room on the stage. So he made the the grand piano sound like a percussion ensemble by sticking things inside, in between the wires and that. So listen to that one. That one's fun. He also wrote a song called Water Walk. That one's fun. You can also listen to that. Apparently he was very into like Zen and like random chants. And so he composed his music with like as little composer choice as possible. So some of his pieces he would throw coins, and depending how they landed, that would be the next note. Another very popular thing, I actually did not plan this in advance, so I'm going to have to look in my backpack and find it, is there were a lot of composers who used the Fibonacci sequence in their Bartok, music for string instruments, percussion, and Celeste #1. Uses a Fibonacci sequence to determine. Dr. Evans was trying to explain this, but he didn't really know what was going on, so it didn't really work. I believe he used the Fibonacci sequence to explain or to determine when the phrase started over. So how many measures so you had a phrase in measure 1, repeated again in measure 1, started in measure 2, started in measure 3, started in measure 5, then measure 8, then measure 13, and the piece has, I think he told me it has 55, no, it was 144. The piece has 144 measures because that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th iteration of the Fibonacci sequence. If you don't know about the Fibonacci sequence, here's your math lesson for the day, friends. So, you take a 1 and you take a 1 and you add them together, you get a 2. You take the 1 and the 2 and you add them together and you get a 3. You take the 2 and the 3 and you get a 5. You take the 3 and the 5 and you get an 8. So basically, you add up the previous two digits and you put them together. Sorry, the hand thing was much more complicated than it should have been. I don't know why. You take the two previous digits and you add them together to get the next digit. So that's fun. It was really cool for me to learn about math in my music class. We talked about modular arithmetic, which I won't get into right now. We use modular arithmetic when we tell time, fun fact. Literal time, not like conducting time. But yeah, so people are doing all kinds of weird things in the 20th century, 1930s. I don't know when this piece specifically is from. It does not say. Charles Ives, also a good good friend for screwing with your expectations in the 20th century. And then the other piece we listened to today was called Ionization by Edgard Varese. That was actually kind of cool. It was a big percussion ensemble, so you should go take a look at all of those things. They're lots of fun. And then, as if I haven't done enough with 20th century atonal ridiculousness, for my music and narrative class, I suggest you all go listen to Davidovsky's Electronic Study Number 1. You can find all of those things by typing them into the YouTube up there. So, yeah, that piece is fun. Have to write a story narrating that piece, so I'm excited to do that tonight. So yeah, I have lots and lots of rehearsals this week, lots of papers due. Candlelight Carols is this weekend. A bunch of people come in for that. And then next week is finals. And then I'll be home for winter break until I'll be home December 12th to January 12th. So, fun times. I think that's all for now. Right? Yeah? Okay. There's no one here. I'm just looking around my room for important things that I might want to talk. Oh! Important things I might want to talk about. Okay. So, Dean Huber, I love this man. When we take a test, he does this little origami thing, and he has these little squares of paper with the Muhlenberg logo on them, and he folds them, and he makes these, like, ball things. And last week before break, my friend and I went to him in office hours because we're doing a project, and we had a question for him. And there were a bunch of them sitting on the desk, and I was like, because every time he gives a test, without fail, he makes one while we take the test. So I was like, Dean Huber, how many of these do you have at this point? You must have like 100. The man opens a cabinet. I was like, you could probably sell them at auction, you know, like the next Muhlenberg fundraiser. All of your former students would want one. Opens a cabinet full of them, tosses one to me and the other girl, and is like, so you see those two that you have there, they're antiques, so they would go for more at auction because he has this paper custom printed, and he changed the type of paper that he prints now. So as you can see, it's a thing, and it has the Muhlenberg logo on it. It has like the words Muhlenberg, and then it has like the M with the mule, and then it has what I call like the Haas logo with like the logo with the bell tower. So yeah, he makes these, and then he also makes bigger ones. So he gave me this, and it is now like my most prized possession. Like, you don't even understand. It's going right up here on display. It's gorgeous. So my new goal in life is to be so smart that I can sit in a room doing origami for an hour while everyone around me works very, very hard. So we'll see how that works out for me. Ben says hello. He was going to come guest star again. But he had things to do, so, you know. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, bye!